Pre-algebra lesson 46, order of operations with fractions. So this is a pretty nice, relaxing lesson because we already know the order of operations. We already know parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. Now we just have to do these rules with some fractions. So remember, no matter how scary the problem looks, the rules don't change. So all we're doing now is combining the rules of PEMDAS along with our rules of multiplying, dividing, adding, and subtracting fractions. They're not going to be throwing exponents and fractions at you just yet. So let's go ahead and start with this one right here. So there's no parentheses or exponents, but we do have to deal with multiplication and division. So let's multiply first, which means I'm going to multiply 1/4 or 1/10 and 4/5 first. So 1 times 4 gives me 4. 10 times 5 gives me 50. So I have 4 over 50, and then I can deal with the addition and subtraction, which is 5/7 minus 4 over 50. Now, this is usually the tough part because now we're at some very large numbers. There are some ways that we can minimize getting a common denominator here, like maybe reducing this fraction 4 over 50. In this case, though, it's just going to change it from 4 over 50 to 2 over 25. There's not much difference in multiplying 7 and 50 and 7 and 25. So sometimes reducing isn't always going to help you out. And you just have to deal with some big fractions and make sure you reduce your final answer. Excuse me. So over here we're going to go ahead and let's switch to purple real quick. No, we're sticking with blue. We'll multiply this one by 50 over 50 to get the common denominator. This one gets multiplied by 7 over 7. So the final answer, when we do 7 times 50, I can just cover up the 0 with my finger. 7 times 5 is going to be 35. Add the 0 and it's 350. So my denominator will be 350. Now 5 times 50 is going to be 250, or 5 times 5, 25, add the 0. Then minus 4 times 7, which is 28. So now I have to do 250 minus 28. Excuse me. Regroup the 5, carry the 1. 10 minus 8 is 2, 4 minus 2 is 2. 222. So now I have 222 over 350. Last thing I can see, both these numbers are divisible by 10. So I'm going to go ahead and reduce that. So cross out the zeros, and my final answer is going to be 22 over 35. Wait, hold on. Did I make a mistake? Yep, yeah, I did. Wow, how did I do that? I wrote 222 and then 220. Nope, I'm not going to divide by 10. I'm going to divide by 2. So 222 divided by 2 is 111. See here, 350 divided by 2 is, let's see here, 25, 70, 175. So 111 over 175. Now I'm going to look for, nope, no other ways to reduce. Those are both prime. So there you go, 111 over 175. That's the final answer for that one. Now let's go on to the next one. Again, order of operations, so I'm going to have to do multiplication, division before I do addition, subtraction. Now in this case I have division. In order to divide by 5, 6, I have to remember to invert and multiply. So 6/5, 1 over 2. Alright, so then when I multiply these I end up with 6 over 10. Hey, that's a much nicer number and a little bit easier to reduce. In fact, it's useful when I look at the addition subtraction step. When I go to subtract 4/5 minus 6 over 10, it's actually useful to reduce this because this will reduce into 3 over 5. So then I can just do 4/5 minus 3/5, which gives me a final answer of 1/5. Nice. So as we can see, sometimes our answers are pretty simple, sometimes they're pretty complex, and we need to make sure we don't, make any small mistakes when we're dealing with these large numbers. Let's go to the last example. The last example has some parentheses in there. Ooh, a little bit of a trick. So since there are parentheses, I'm going to end up doing this subtraction first. So let's do 7/10 minus 1/3. I got to get a common denominator, so this one's going to multiply by 3 over 3. This is going to multiply by 10 over 10. 7 times 3 is 21 over 30 minus 10 over 30. 21 minus 10 gives me 11 over 30. Now that's in the parentheses, which means this answer, 11 over 30, is going to get multiplied by 3 over 5. And before I multiply, I should always check to see if I can cross cancel, which I can. 3 goes into 30 10 times. 1 times 11 is 11. 5 times 10 is 50, for a final answer of 11 over 50. Well, that's order of operations with fractions. If you guys have any questions, let me know on the school website. And other than that, I will see you in class.